Meet Mr. Basketball Canada. Only a couple of Canadian legends have done as much as Jay Triano to develop basketball in Canada.
And one, of course, is James Naismith, the inventor of the game, Steve Nash, and Jay Triano. He's played in the Olympics.
Jay Triano puts it away!
Coached in the Olympics. Played in the Pan Ams. He's coached in the Pan Ams. You know, he's living the dream.
A multi-sport star in hometown Niagara Falls, Jay was drafted in the NBA and the CFL. And if not for a sudden teenage growth spurt, might even have been drafted in the NHL, like his brother Jeff.
I grew about 6 inches one year, and the next year on the ice I got knocked around quite a bit, and I thought, boy, this isn't a whole lot of fun picking myself up, so I better play a sport where height might be to more of my advantage.
At 6'4", he now had the size to go along with the lethal scoring touch that made him heavily recruited by schools on both sides of the border. A long list he quickly cut down to one.
Really didn't look too much further than Simon Fraser. I fell in love with the university and being out west. It was a great training ground.
The rest is Clan history, rewritten by Jay Triano. He broke 11 records and graduated as SFU's all-time leading scorer.
You know, Jay was real tough, and he played much bigger than 6'4". He jumped real well. Man, he was fun to play with, really fun to play with and fun to watch for sure.
You know, coaches don't give the key to the gym to too many people, but Jay was one of those guys that had a key and he used it. And there would be Jay still shooting in the gym till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. If the three-point line was in when he played, I mean, he would have broken a lot of records.
Drafted, but never signed by the LA Lakers, Triano spent the next 3 years touring the wide world of professional basketball.
I ended up living in Istanbul for a while, lived in Mexico for a couple of years. Just made it a mission of mine to do whatever I had to do to try to reach the goal of playing for Canada's national team.
His hard work and globetrotting paid off when he captained and starred for Canada in the 1984 and 88 Olympics.
You get to wear the word Canada across your chest, and you get to represent your country and travel the world doing it and playing a sport that you love. So it was just a dream come true.
As you're coming down the floor, Mike's the defender.
When his playing days ended in 1988, he returned to SFU to begin a new career, coaching.
We're going to make mistakes. So what you do, just back it up, get to a side.
I think what Jay really enjoys is making players better. I think that's the thing that is really important to him.
I finally made it to the NBA, which was a childhood dream of mine.
In 1995, he did finally make it.
Their energy level was a lot higher in this game.
Not as a player or coach, but working in broadcasting and community relations for the Vancouver Grizzlies. When the Grizzlies left town,
That's it. Get the guy. Get a piece of him.
Triano eagerly returned to the sidelines.
There's 3 ways to represent your country. You can do it in politics, you can do it in war, or you can do it in sport. And to be able to coach young players and carry them to the Olympics, I think would be a great honor.
As national team coach, he led Canada to an all-time best 5-2 record at the Olympics in 2000.
It's fun to look back on that team, and more than half of those players are coaching now and trying to make an impact and changing the lives of people that they get to coach on a daily basis.
In 2002, the Toronto Raptors recognized Triano's coaching skills by hiring him as the first Canadian-born assistant coach in the NBA. 4 years later, he became the first Canadian head coach in NBA history.
To be able to coach in the best league in the world, it seemed to be surreal at the time for me.
In his rookie season, the Raptors came within 1 win of the playoffs, but even Triano didn't have enough magic to turn a mediocre lineup into a contender. After 3 seasons, he was replaced in Toronto and quickly hired in Portland as assistant coach. Without the stress of head coaching, the stern, businesslike Triano relaxed and rediscovered the fun side of the game and his personality.
You have to find the balance between fun and being competitive, and I think that's what I try to do every day I come into the gym.
We got to sit here today and announce Jay Triano as our head basketball coach.
When Steve Nash became GM of the Canadian national team, his first move was to hire Jay Triano as head coach. Their legendary careers inspired a new generation that put more Canadians than ever in the NBA and U.S. colleges, and could one day soon make Jay Triano the first Canadian coach to win an Olympic medal.
Jay's kind of been part of that whole evolution from, while Canada's qualifying for the Olympics to, we can be one of the best teams in the world.
We're trying to recreate what we had in 2000, and we think we can be even better than we were then.
His legacy will be what he is living right now.